Which is the best, Guernsey or Jersey? There's a big question, Fallon.
Yes, it is.
So there's not a short answer to this, I'd say. So just give you a little bit of background, we live in Guernsey. This channel's all about living in Guernsey. But we want to do a video today on like the difference between Guernsey and Jersey. So Jersey's approximately 20 miles away. It's a slightly bigger island, it's part of the Channel Islands. And there's a bit of a rivalry, which is the best. So
what are they called again?
Crappos and donkeys.
Donkeys.
Guernsey donkeys.
Which I didn't really understand.
Yeah, the Jersey people call us donkeys and we call them crappos. So we're going to try and give a balanced view of, you know, it's hard to say the best island, but we're going to give you the attractions of each island and the plus and minuses for each island. I won't be too biased because I live in Guernsey, but I'm going to be as balanced as I can. And Fallon's even better because she's not from either island. She's from the UK, so she'll give you a really balanced look at it. So we're doing this to help you decide if you're going to visit Jersey or Guernsey, or you're going to live to Guernsey or Jersey. Something from a resident's point of view. We live here in Guernsey, and we've been to Jersey an awful lot. So I think we're pretty well sorted on this subject. So first of all, Guernsey is slightly smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Guernsey's...
And not as many people.
Yeah. So before we get into the details, the Guernsey population at the time of this video is approximate. The Guernsey population is about just over 67,000. These figures may be off by a few hundred, depending on when I read. I think this was quite recent. So about 67,000 people in Guernsey. And Jersey's a little bit larger of 106,000. Just over 106,000. So that's the difference in the population. So I suppose the best thing to start with is, on the whole, let's go and look at the town. So the capital of Guernsey is St. Peter Port, and the capital of Jersey is St. Helier. And we've obviously been to both. Now, just going on a visitor's view initially, what would you say?
Guernsey's, I'd say, is a bit more quaint and prettier with the harbour and everything.
Yeah.
Jersey's a lot bigger and it kind of feels a little bit more like the UK, a UK town, whereas Guernsey you do feel like you're somewhere completely different, I'd say.
Yeah, most people tend to say Guernsey's prettier, the harbour.
And just got a little bit more about it, I think.
It's more unique, isn't it?
Unique, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we've been to both, and I think St Helier in Jersey is quite nice, but it hasn't got that prettiness about St Peter Port has.
No, the harbour's just not as pretty, and
no,
it's still lovely, but it has got a little bit more like a UK feel, a wider feel, and a bit bigger roads.
Jersey has.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving into the town, putting the views aside of the harbour, the Jersey town, what would you say the feel is compared to Guernsey?
Jersey town, there's more people milling around, and there's going to be more choice of shops over there, so you've got more of the branded shops there, which is quite good, I guess, but then they haven't got as many like little local unique shops like Guernsey, so it would be more different to shop in Guernsey.
Yeah, because you do notice in Jersey they've got the big brands.
But then when people are coming away from the UK, they might not want just all the regular shops, they might just want something a bit different.
It's definitely got more of a feel for the Jersey town in general. I think has definitely got more of a UK feel, a United Kingdom feel.
But for us, it's quite good because we can literally jump on a plane and in 10 minutes we can get to Jersey and go shopping, because obviously there isn't as much choice over here, so it's easy for us to just jump on a plane and or on the ferries an hour to Jersey, or you've got the plane which is 10 minutes. You're literally just up and down, and then you can go shopping. So a lot of people go like Christmas shopping from Guernsey to Jersey, just because there's a little bit more choice and stuff, really.
So a bit more choice in Jersey, shops wise.
Yeah.
Guernsey a little bit prettier. And the other thing is,
so for difference and unique, I'd probably say Guernsey for me, but it hasn't got the choice shops, but it's just got a nicer feel, I think.
So is it fair to say Jersey's a bit more commercialised?
Yeah.
Have they got McDonald's?
I think, yeah, they have, haven't they?
Yeah, so that's another, Jersey's got McDonald's, Guernsey hasn't, so again, that's a bit more UK-y, I'd say.
If you want
that's
somewhere, if you were moving and you didn't want it to be too quiet, you would choose Jersey over Guernsey.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you're coming from the UK and you wanted like an island life, but not too far away, or as close as you can get to the UK without being in the UK, it's probably Jersey. Guernsey's probably one step quieter, I'd say.
And you could always come and visit Guernsey, but I think more probably Guernsey people visit Jersey than the other way around. I don't know the numbers on that, but
possibly.
I think Jersey will probably bring more
shopping
and the zoo as well.
So other things in Jersey. So we've got. So I wrote down a few things here. The Guernsey area, the size of Guernsey is 25 square miles. Jersey's 45. So you can see it's
quite double, isn't it?
Yeah, nearly double.
Yeah.
Other attractions. So we've got things like. Okay, the beaches. Obviously, both islands have beaches.
Yeah.
This could be quite close, in my opinion, because the beaches in Jersey are nice, and all the beaches in Guernsey are nice. I don't know if you could split those, really.
No, not really. They're both nice in their own way.
Yeah. I mean, they're both island beaches. They're both lovely white sand, lovely clear water.
Jersey's probably just got wider, longer beaches.
Jersey's got slightly bigger beaches, but that makes sense because it's a bigger island. But yeah, the beaches and also the temperature of the air and the weather is very, very similar because we're only 20 miles away from each other. So I wouldn't necessarily say go to one island or the other.
Jersey's supposed to be a bit warmer, isn't it?
Slightly, but very slightly, but you wouldn't even notice it.
Which one's closer to France then?
I think Jersey is. I think Jersey slightly closer to France. We're both really close to France. But the thing I think where Guernsey is very different, and I've really noticed this, is on the east coast. Is that town? Yeah, the east coast. When you look out to sea, you've got the beautiful Channel Islands you can see. You've got these small little islands, and you may know them. There's Herm, Sark, Alderney, Jettu, Alderney, and you can see them. I mean, the closest one's 3 miles away. I think Herm's 3 miles away. So you've got these beautiful islands when you look out to sea.
Jersey hasn't got that.
But Jersey hasn't got anything like that, as far as I know. It's just, obviously, nothing. It's just sea. And I love that. When you're driving along the front in the morning to go to work, you look out and you've got the beautiful islands.
Yeah, and there's more choice for little breaks for us, I think, for weekends.
I would say that's up there. One of the big plus points of Guernsey is the little islands you can visit.
Yeah.
Because you just get a boat trip, 20 minutes on a boat to Herm. Herm's a really small island, so they're it's about 3 miles away. And you go for a day trip. They do regular shuttles backwards and forwards in the summer.
Yeah.
And it's like going to a faraway tropical island in the summer. Because Herm is beautiful. There's not a lot of there. There's no cars. There's tractors. They got a hotel, the White House Hotel, which I've done a video on the White House Hotel. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay. When we visited Herm, we stayed in the White House, so you can look at that after the video. And it's a beautiful day out. And you go around the back of Herm, you can't even see Guernsey, and it is beautiful, beautiful day out. So that, for me, for a visitor, would be a huge plus point.
Yeah.
Where you could come to Guernsey and visit another island, or and Sark. You can visit Sark, Alderney, all little islands, all quite close to each other. That's a massive, in my opinion,
Yeah.
where you haven't got that in Jersey.
I think if you come on holiday to Guernsey, you'd feel like you've been somewhere completely different. If you went to Jersey, it is still really nice, but it's still got a bit of a UK feel on the island.
I notice a difference.
Yeah.
Living here to Jersey, when I go to Jersey, it feels a lot bigger, just feels bigger, and it's a slightly faster pace of life, I'd say.
Yeah.
Also, the speed limit's slightly faster. So the maximum speed limit in Guernsey is 35 miles per hour. Although you don't drive that speed everywhere, it's the maximum speed. There's a lot of different speed zones, 20, 15s. 15 not so much, more 20 or 25, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where Jersey, the maximum speed limit is just 5 miles per hour more, so it's a 40 miles per hour zone, maximum 40 miles per hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which makes sense, again, slightly bigger roads, slightly bigger place. So that's the main difference in driving. Now moving on to what about generally travelling from place to place in Guernsey to Jersey, traffic wise? Is there one which is more horrendous than the other?
I think the traffic seems more spaced out in Jersey.
Yeah,
maybe.
possibly.
I think maybe the traffic could possibly get worse in Guernsey, but I don't know that for sure.
Also, Jersey's got a really nice zoo, a Jersey zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, the zoo's really nice.
To visit, where Guernsey hasn't.
We haven't got a zoo.
What would you say on the whole? Would you say there's more attractions generally for visitors in Jersey than Guernsey?
Yeah, probably.
I would say so.
Families.
Yeah, I would say if you've got a family, I would say Jersey's probably a better bet for things to do.
Yeah.
You've got, the Jersey Zoo.
There's a few other kids' places, isn't there, which we haven't been to yet.
Bigger town, McDonald's.
They've got camping there, but we've got
camping
campsites here.
I just think you'll find more things to do over there. Guernsey, no zoo.
I think.
But it's hard. I mean, we're being quite picky here. You're not going to go wrong whichever island you go to. They're both beautiful, but just because we've been to both and we've gone to Jersey a lot.
Yeah.
This is our opinion. Things we notice.
They've got a bit more choice on spa hotels. There's quite a few spa hotels over there, whereas we've only got maybe 2.
Yeah.
Spa hotels here. They might have. Oh God knows, they've got loads over there.
They've got the Royal Yacht Hotel, which is in St Helier, we've been there a lot. It's a spa.
We got married there.
We got married there. Don't remind me. And we haven't got a hotel that big, have we? I don't know.
Not really.
Not really. Yeah. So generally, yeah. So moving on to. This is more of a difference from the UK. So we have, so the Channel Islands are self-governing, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got our own government.
Yeah, which is called the States of Guernsey or the States of Jersey.
So they're both different rules.
So we have our own rules. We're not part of the UK. So that means we have no NHS. No NHS.
So we have to pay for our doctor's appointments.
So we have to pay for all our doctor's appointments.
So people in the UK might have a heart attack.
So if you're from the
if you're from the UK, you'll probably have a heart attack. So every time you've got to go to the doctors over here, it's £55. So you can imagine people aren't queuing up at the doors at the doctors. So if you want to get a doctor's appointment here, you could get one on the same day. Whereas I've heard from my friends and family in the UK, sometimes they've had to wait 2 weeks to see their doctor. So we can get an appointment the same day. It might not be with the same doctor. It's £55. So I'm not going to be rushing there every day. But yeah, it is a bit of a shock compared to the UK. Whereas I think our prescriptions are cheaper though, because I think they're maybe going up to £9 something in the UK. And our prescriptions, I think, around £4, £5 maybe, £4.
Yeah. So
I don't know off the top of my head. So someone might know that.
So do you think paying for the doctors keeps the waiting times down?
I think so.
Because if you haven't got a lot wrong with you, or you don't think you have, you're not going to pay.
You'll hang out a little bit longer, but on the downside, it might not be so good. So people might think, oh, I can't afford to go to the doctor. So, but I know a lot of people have got insurance over here anyway. So health insurance, a lot of people have got that, which probably would recommend.
That's more you. But Jersey and Guernsey are both the same.
I don't know what you've got to pay for Jersey. Someone might know that as well.
But there's no NHS in Guernsey or Jersey.
So yeah, that's a bit of a shocker.
Or any of the Channel Islands. So that may be a shock. But that's not really. I say that's the same for all the islands here. Which can be a shock to people. So on the whole, if you're visiting. If you've got a family, say 2 kids, something, and you're thinking, right, we're going to do a day trip to Jersey or Guernsey, they're both lovely, but which would you tend to?
Jersey.
Why?
Just because I think it'll be a little bit more for things to do, like the zoo and things like that. And
I agree.
Stuff. But then saying that people might have got zoos in the UK, they might just want something completely different.
Yeah.
They just want to go to the beaches and have a quiet time than Guernsey, but. Yeah. If they want to do quite a few things, maybe Jersey.
Yeah.
And then I'd say if you're retired, a lot of people Guernsey, and then cruise ships are the other bonus for Guernsey.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that. I didn't write that down. I forgot about that.
Jersey can't have any cruise ships. I'm not sure why. They haven't got facilities.
Don't think they got facilities. Yeah.
So we are quite lucky. So we're getting about 100 cruise ships this year stop by, which is obviously good for the economy and everything.
Amazing. So the cruise ships go out. They more
and good awareness for Guernsey as well.
It's amazing. The cruise ships more out by Herm, in between Herm and Guernsey.
They look amazing.
They look amazing.
Well, because we've jet skied past one before, haven't we?
Yeah, we had a jet ski past one, but they more between on the east of the island between. I'm saying east. I hope it is north, south, east. Yeah, they more in between Herm and Guernsey, and obviously. Herm's quite small, and the cruise ship looks they're towering so high.
Yeah.
And you see all the visitors coming onto the island. It's amazing.
It'd be nice to get back to normal this year.
Obviously, that's all hasn't been happening at the moment, but I think they will come back. Is it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come back this year, so it's great for the economy. So if any of you out there visit Guernsey on a cruise ship,
I think Guernsey kind of.
Let me know.
Guernsey hotels, there's a few things going on, isn't there? I think there's going to be another spa hotel at the Grandma, or the Grandma's doing a big refurb.
So that is a big one. We get a lot of tourism from the cruise ships.
Yeah.
Where Jersey doesn't.
No.
Not that really affects you if you're visiting here, but for the economy of Guernsey, it's amazing, isn't it?
And a lot of people, because we've been on cruises before, and a lot of people ask where we're from, and a lot of time we can't be bothered to say, but people tend to know who work on cruise ships where Guernsey is, because they've either been on the cruise ship that stopped off in Guernsey or something.
And why can't we be bothered to tell people where we're from? Because
they don't get it. They think we're UK, or they think you're from Australia.
It goes into a big conversation about they don't know where. I mean, it depends how much time you've got, but it's easier sometimes to say you're from the UK, which we do quite a lot because.
Quite a few of the Americans did know, though.
A few Americans did know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even on the map. That's the problem. They look on the map, and we're not even on most maps. We're just not there. So it doesn't help trying to explain to anyone.
I didn't know where Guernsey was.
No. So I hope that's. I mean, it's just our view, obviously, as usual.
So asking you a question: if you didn't come from Guernsey and you had to choose, knowing what you know, where would you move to?
It's a very interesting question.
Without any forgetting all family ties and everything, just on the two.
Honestly, if I wasn't from the UK,
if you were just moving over and you had to choose an island,
and I had never been to any of them,
but knowing what you know about them.
If I was a younger person, I'd recommend Jersey. Just because they've got big cinemas and stuff in Jersey as well. Well, we haven't got any cinemas here apart from a hotel cinema.
Also, I think it's easier they've got different housing laws over there as well.
So I would say Jersey, but only because of the reason there's more stuff to do. But going on the basis of how pretty everything is, and Jersey and Guernsey, they're the same. So on the whole, I'll say Jersey's a bit more commercialised than Guernsey.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'd say there's not a horrific lot in it, really.
I think if I couldn't live here, my second option would be Jersey.
Yeah. So there you go. So my recommendation would be come to both and see. And you'll probably see what we mean. You'd probably go, yeah, I'd see. So if you've got any questions, or more, if you've got any comments about visiting the islands, leave them all in the comments below, because I'm sure you will have, and let me know which island you think is the best as well.
And let us know how much the Doctors is in Jersey.
Yeah, so let us know which one you think's the best island, and if you've got any ideas about another video for us, let us know. Remember, give the video a thumbs up if you thought it was useful in any way. And if you want to see more stuff about Guernsey, you know what to do, subscribe. Until then, it's goodbye from me.
Bye.
Didn't get it. Bye-bye.